introduce your host, Fino and Sasha, the legit king.
It's the start of the show, time to walk through the smoke. When I enter the ring, I jump over the ropes. I feel like Mysterio, I ain't no joke. Titles, I held them both, call me Chris Jericho. Time to cash in my money in the bank. Just like Sheamus when he beat Roman Reigns. Meet me in the cage, like Undertaker when he met Kane. I don't play games, I'm the Triple H. The crowd screaming, you rock like my name's Dwayne. The crowd screaming, you suck like your Kurt Angle. In the ring, I'm the boss just like Sasha Banks. So you'll get whipped like the intro from Sable. King of my stable, don't matter the label. Smackdown or Raw, you get put through a table. Pushed off a ladder or choked with a cable. Throw me a chair, I'ma give him a facial. It's the start of the show, time to walk through the smoke. When I enter the ring, I jump over the ropes.
Alright guys, here we are with part 2 of episode 25 of the WrestleMania Weekend Preview. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's do this.
Okay, so NXT Stand Deliver, over and out. Let's go with Saturday, night 1. So after you got your NXT in the morning, we still got some more wrestling. We have night 1 of WrestleMania later that evening. 7 matches. Night 1 has 7, night 2 has 6 at the time of this recording. You never know what they're going to do. Triple H tweeted out, he put it on Instagram, what matches are going to be on which nights. So let's go ahead and start there. Night 1, we're going to have Rhea Ripley, who is the champion, versus Becky Lynch for the Women's World Championship. This match, they've teased it for a year. They walked past each other in hallways. Becky won the Elimination Chamber. They've been having some promos. Rhea said some sly shit about Becky's daughter. Becky attacked Rhea on MMA Hour.
Yeah.
Dominic Mysterio got rocked. So it's been interesting.
I heard this was the opener. Is that true?
I don't know.
I heard. I was told by Birdie this is the opener.
Well, I don't have any birdies, so I'm gonna have to just believe you and your birdie. But if it is, okay, I'm okay with that.
I hadn't heard it anywhere else, so that's why I didn't, go. I'm not 100%. I'm not reporting that or anything like that. That's what I was told. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
So 2 of the strongest competitors in either women's division on the main roster are going one-on-one. Becky's been on a high. Her book just came out. She's a New York Times bestselling author. I read her book. Her book was really good. I recommend it. Go pick it up.
You read it already? Damn. Okay.
I read it in one day. After I told you that I got the advanced copy.
A short story?
I'm a quick reader. I can devour a book in a day. So that's my superpower, I guess. It's really good. So yeah,
I thought about getting it.
You should. It's really, really good. I'm not even. I love to read, and if a book's not good, I won't sit there and read it through. But it was so easy to read. She's funny, she's very honest. There are things in the book I didn't know about her. It's very interesting. She has a very, very good story to tell. So I recommend it. But I digress.
Gotcha.
As I was saying, as high as Becky's been on, I can't give it to her. I know I've mentioned before that a lot of champions in the Triple H era have really long title reigns, and sometimes that kind of bugs me, but I don't know. Giving it back to Becky, I don't know. I just feel like it might be Rhea. She's a very strong champion, and I just don't see where it's gonna go if Becky beats her. We don't know when the draft's gonna be, so I got Rhea. What do you think?
I agree. I love Becky, love Rhea, but Mommy's always on top. And when I say Mommy, I ain't talking about MOMMY. I'm talking about MAMI. That's just it. So, right, Mommy's gonna be on top. Rhea Ripley continues her reign, her dominance.
I think she hit a year as champ either yesterday or today.
So it would be, she wrestled on night 1 or 2 last year.
1, I believe.
If it was night 1, then it was on April 1st. She was a year.
He already hit a year as champion.
Yep. So that's that's a big deal. I think Rhea just needs. She hasn't had a top title defense. So, I mean, unless you count Nia, besides the Nia one, because Nia's been on a roll, so I'm gonna give Nia the credit. Besides the Nia one, she hasn't really defended her title against a big top opponent. So she, in a way, needs this win.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is going to be a good match. To me, though, the Rhea Ripley match that I want to see Rhea and Bianca go one day. That's what I want to see. I know we want to see Bianca and Jade. Maybe Bianca's the one to knock Rhea off, and that translates to her and Jade for the title. Maybe, I don't know.
That's for the culture. Like, we want to see that for the culture. But I think as a wrestling fan, the match we really want is Jade and Rhea. I'm sorry, not Jade. Bianca and Rhea. Like,
yeah, that's what I want to see.
That's the match as a wrestling fan we want to see. But for the culture, what the culture needs is Bianca and Jade.
I'm just saying, if Bianca knocks off Ripley, the culture
they can do that. I honestly think, like, next year, WrestleMania, like, their top 2 matches honestly could be Rhea and Bianca versus Jade and Charlotte. Like, I feel like that should be like the top 2 matches next year for the women's side. So that way they both get their, like, big wins in a way, and then they face each other at the following Mania. Like, that's what I would do. But. And
it's crazy. We really haven't had a Bianca and Charlotte feud yet, have we? No.
We haven't had the WrestleMania match. I think that was her match for this year, to be honest.
So it's crazy that, like, in all of this, Bianca still has, like, 3 matches that she has not had that, like, we all want to see. Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
Charlotte, Jade, and Rhea. It's like, whoa. Like,
yeah, because we had, like, I think they had a small feud, and they faced each other before one-on-one, if I remember right. But that was during, if you remember, when they did the, you don't even go here. Like, that was pre-Bianca.
But I think Bianca said, like, Charlotte's the last horsewoman that she has to beat.
Right. She's never beaten her.
Yeah, so I think that's...
Yeah, she's never been... In that one match, I think that they had, it was on NXT, and Charlotte beat her. But, yeah, she hasn't beaten Charlotte, so
that is why that Bianca Belair still has 3 money feuds on the table. That is crazy.
Do it soon. I'll tell you that. They just better do it soon.
Yeah. All right, so we both agree on Rhea Ripley. It's walking out champion. Coming up next, we have another long title reign. We have, for the WWE Intercontinental Championship, the Ring General Gunther, who's also the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time, versus Sami Zayn.
Oh wow, that's on night 1. Oh,
it's
on night 1 by itself could be like the greatest WrestleMania of all time. I'm just looking at this. It's like, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Gunther, Sami Zayn. Man, I don't know.
What? That's my line. Like, that's usually what I say.
Because I can see 2 different. So first, I still shocked that this is not a triple threat. I thought this was gonna be a triple threat. So
because of the Chad Gable thing.
Yeah, I thought Gable was gonna play a part. So this is the thing. I mean, the way they're doing it is, I feel like they're building it where Sammy beats Gunther. This is probably gonna be the match of the night too. This is probably the match of the week for sure. Like, if I had to pick one, this is probably it.
But is Sammy the guy? I don't know. Like, I never pictured Sammy being the guy to beat him, though. Not saying that he can't. It's just that I didn't.
It's not what I would have.
Yeah.
It's not my choice. Like, I wouldn't have picked Sammy to be the person.
But we love Sammy though. But just not.
But we're big fans of Sammy.
Love Sammy.
You know what though? I'm gonna go Gunther. I think Gunther retains. I'm gonna continue with Gunther until, honestly, I'm just gonna continue betting on him. I'm not gonna. I don't think this is it. I think it's too. It's not that it's too soon. It's just I don't know if Sammy's the right person.
Yeah. Are you still holding out for Dragunov?
Yeah, and that's why I keep saying that. I think Ilya Dragunov, Gunther, Bash at the, what is it called?
Clash at the Castle? Yeah.
No, not Clash at the Castle. The one
Bash in Berlin.
Bash in Berlin. Like, that to me is, I think that's when Gunther drops it. So I know that's what, 6 months from now, 4 months from now, 4 months from now, because it's in August. So I think that's what I'm holding off to. Even if it's not Ilya, maybe they do Mello or someone like that. Like, I think it should be someone that you can see as a future star to beat Gunther. That's what I do.
I'm gonna hold on to my pipe dream about Pete Dunne, but Ilya Dragunov does make a lot more sense though.
Oh, I didn't even think about Pete Dunne or even Tyler Bate. That would be. They did a triple threat at Clash. Oh,
yeah, I've said on the show before, I would have Pete beat him because he beat Pete, for the NXT UK title. So
ended his streak. That's right.
Yeah, and he ended his long streak. So that was why I would win. And plus, I think it would be a killer match, but
yeah,
it would be cool. Like, I know we predicted that Dragunov would beat Tony D'Angelo. I mean, let's say the night after WrestleMania, like, NXT champion Ilya Dragunov confronts Intercontinental champion. Maybe not challenges him, but just kind of like, we got history. We got my eye. You just kind of seeds,
his debut.
Yeah, sort of. Maybe just to kind of plant some seeds, just to kind of be like, I see you. I notice you noticing me.
Okay.
I'm gonna come back down the line just to kind of put it out.
We already had 2 great matches from him, so we got to have that rubber match. So that would be pretty. That'd be pretty damn great to have. I'll tell you that. That would be easily match of the year. I'll tell you that. Their other 2 were. So, yeah, I agree with you. I agree with that. I like that.
Some seeds, because if you're gonna try to push for your idea, Bash at Berlin, got to start planting them seeds. So that's what I would do, and I would watch it. I totally would. All right, so we agree, Gunther. Next up, this is gonna be a lot of moving parts. We have the 6-pack tag team ladder match for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship. So it was said on commentary that the match is going to continue until one team has one set and another team, I guess, gets the other set. So they're going to climb up, grab one.
So they did specifically say that, because I didn't hear that. I didn't I missed that part of the show, so I didn't hear any of it. So I don't know. So let's just say, this is not saying our prediction, but let's just say Awesome Truth, who are on Raw. Let's say they grab the Raw Tag Team Championships. They're the Raw Tag Team Champions. And let's say the match still has to continue, though.
because the
Can't
SmackDown
they just grab the SmackDown ones while they're up there?
Well, whatever.
No. I'm saying if they grab the Raw one, couldn't they just grab the SmackDown too?
I mean, they could. They could. They did say the match ends when both sets are off there, so I guess they could. But to me, I feel like in WWE fashion, they're gonna grab it, someone's gonna knock them down, and then they're gonna get it. Like that's how I see the match finishing. But
I wonder if they put them on 2 different hooks.
Maybe.
That would
be smart. Cool.
Yeah, you just hang them up on 2 different. So you have to put a ladder on one side, and then the ladder on the other. So like that, I feel like that would be better.
Yeah.
That'd be smart.
All right, so we have the Judgment Day, Finn Balor, and Senior Money in the Bank. My personal Senior Money in the Bank, Damian Priest, who are the champions, versus DIY, which is Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, versus the Austin Truth, The Miz and R-Truth, versus the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, versus A-Town Down Under, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, versus New Catch Republic, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. Whew. That was a lot to say. I could not imagine being in that match. That's 12 bodies. That's insane.
So I guess real quick, do you believe that story about them replacing A-Town Down Under?
I did not hear that.
Yeah, there was like some rumors or something that there was talk about replacing them. I don't know why. I don't get it, but I don't believe it, but that's
Did they say who it would be?
No, they don't know. I think it was a lot of people are just hoping for probably the Hardys or some stupid shit.
I was gonna say that because Matt Hardy was on the Chris Van Vliet show, and he asked him that, and he didn't really give an answer.
He said basically never say never. That's basically what he said.
Yeah, and his contract's coming up, but I mean,
I know he was offered a new contract. I don't know if he signed it though.
Exactly. But it's like, when is Jeff's contract up?
Jeff's contract is not up, but I think that they were hoping that they release Jeff or something. So that's what Matt is hoping. Like maybe if he can just grant him his release so he can go do his own thing since they're not using him.
I mean,
but I'll be honest with you, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see them. I'm get him out of
torn. Yeah, I'm torn. You know me. I love me some Jeff Hardy. I was a Hardy fan. I cried when they came back in 2017. You know, I know some people feel like I saw somebody wrote a comment like, we don't want Jeff to let us down again. Like I just can't give up on my guy like that.
No, I don't.
With that being said, you know, if they came back, you know, and they had a run, I don't know. Part of me is kind of like, can they do it? You know, can it happen? And if it does, I would want this to be it. Like, let this be the last run if they're gonna do it. You know, have them be in the Hall of Fame next year. Close it off. You know, they both have families. They've done so much. Like, I wouldn't be mad at it, but I understand why people don't want to see it. Yeah, so if they did come back, I'm not gonna lie, I probably would cry again. So I'm not gonna lie.
If anything, to me, I don't want them. I wouldn't want them in there. I just go away. Like that's just, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. I just don't. I don't want to deal with that crap. I'll be honest with you. I just don't. I rather honestly, just give me the Dudleys, bro. I'll take the Dudleys. Shoot, I'm willing to take what is it? The US Express. I take them over the Hardys right now. Like that's what I'm talking. Like I don't want to see them in there. I just don't. But anyway, to the match. For the titles, if you're saying based on what they were talking about, how this is going to be, the match doesn't end, right? You're saying until both titles are grabbed.
Yep, both sets are grabbed. Yep.
I think that I know who's not winning more than I know. So as much as I love them, New Day ain't winning.
Yeah.
As much as I love them, Judgment Day ain't winning. So I honestly think this is just going to be, my official pick would be Regeneration X. I think Awesome Truth wins the Raw. I think that DIY wins the SmackDown. They both win the titles, and at the end of the match, we get the DX fireworks, where they do the X chop, and they actually get the whole X, the old school X fireworks that they did in the ring. I think that's what we do. That's how we celebrate Regeneration X winning. That's my picks. I think Awesome Truth is a guarantee. The DIY winning, that's just it's either going to be them or it's going to be New Cash Republic. I don't think A-Town Down Under. Well, actually, it wouldn't surprise me with A-Town. Actually, I'm sorry. It's either going to be DIY or A-Town Down Under. I forgot, because they're heels. And I can see them building like a super team with Logan Paul, as that faction with the titles or something. Like, I could see that happening. But I'm just I'll just say Regeneration X is my official pick, but A-Town Down Under more than likely will be that second team that wins.
I was gonna say, I think we've been doing this show too long, because I picked DIY and A-Town Down Under.
Oh, you picked DIY? You didn't pick Also Truth. Okay.
I mean, I love R-Truth, but I think long term, if we're talking about reestablishing the tag team division, I would think DIY would be.
Oh no, I agree with you on that. The only reason I pick R-Truth is because he hasn't had a WrestleMania moment that I
that would be my heart pick. My head pick would be DIY.
Yeah, see, that's my thing. For these two picks, I went heart because Regeneration X has been awesome for the last couple weeks, or month or so, whatever long they've been together. I love that whole thing that they're doing. But my smart pick would say A-Town Down Under, just to form that faction with Logan. Yeah. Just off the comments that I've listened to his podcast over the last couple of weeks, where he talked to Rhea recently.
Yeah, I heard that one. It was really good.
And he talked to Randy, Cena, stuff like that. So that's why the smarter me is telling me A-Town Down Under, and then the other team is going to be either one of the Regeneration teams. So either one. So, but I'm just going to go Regeneration X as my official pick. I'll do that.
Yeah, I'll just say, if I'm fine taking an L on this one if DIY doesn't win and Awesome Truth was. I'm fine.
Yeah, that's how I feel. As long as one of them win it, I'm fine.
Yeah,
I'm really fine with either one, to be honest with you. Any of these teams, I'll be honest with you. Any of these teams win, I'm fine with. Even New Day, I'm cool with it. I really am. It doesn't matter to me. I like all 6 of these teams.
Right. I mean, I love them all too. I don't see Judgment Day keeping it though. Yeah, I don't see them winning.
Don't see that, and I don't see New Day winning it. So
yeah, but everything else is fine.
Cool.
All right, I'm gonna go a little bit out of order here because I think we're gonna have to have a serious discussion about one of these. So let's go with the next match, which is Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio.
For me, this is a Dirty Dom.
Yeah, to avenge last year.
Yeah, this got to be Dirty Dom, and we set up something in the future where it's Dom versus Mysterio. I mean, Dom versus Rey. Yes, Dom. Dom and Rey do a retirement match or something. I thought it would be at this Mania, but I'm fine with the tag team match. At the same time, too, it wouldn't surprise me though. You do Dragon Lee getting his first big win because they're going to be pushing Dragon Lee as the new face of like the new Mysterio, basically. So I can see that. And then with Santos getting the win over Ray, you know, you can say that maybe LW will need the win. But because Dom is in there, I just feel like Dom needs a win.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. If it was just Santos and like, I don't know, someone else, his name is someone, basically, it'd have been different. But because it's Dom, I don't know. I feel like Dom needs a win. That's the only thing. So my head is telling me go LWO, but I'm gonna go Hart here. I'll say Dom gets the win, the tag team with Santos Escobar.
Yeah, this was easy to me. I don't think Ray and Dragon Lee are winning this. I understand that Dragon Lee needs a win, but to me, it just makes more sense to let Dom get this win because Ray beat him last year.
Yeah, and just if anything, you could still give Dragon Lee the moments.
Yeah, like he can still. It's a great match, especially with Ray still coming off this knee injury. Like, I don't think they're gonna let him go full force. Heading back, so that would give Dragon Lee a good opportunity.
And we know that Dragon Lee can have a great match with Dom. Like we've seen that. So
yeah,
I think I'm gonna go with my head here. Oh no, wait, I'm gonna go with my heart here with Dom, but my head says LW.
Yeah, and especially like I love your idea of having there because I think it makes sense for Ray and Dom. That to be Ray's last match, and having that retirement match, whether it's hair or career versus mask or whatever,
which I think awesome. Isn't that like the normal Mexican?
Yeah,
like,
and then
final match I think they do. So.
And then that'll be the rubber match too.
Right, exactly. Yep.
I'm gonna go with Santos and Dom on that. All right, so next up we got one for the culture, y'all.
Yeah.
Now, I know that we had our episode a couple of weeks back where we wrote out our storylines, and even though I didn't get my wish, that's okay, because we're doing something for the culture, y'all. We have Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi versus Damage Control. We have Black Girl Magic. I don't want to overshadow Damage Control, but this is pretty damn exciting.
Yeah, I basically predicted this. The only thing is Naomi was at it. But remember, I said Bianca and Jade for the titles. Now, unfortunately, this ain't for the tag team titles. But I basically predicted this. What screwed it up was Sasha didn't come back.
I will give you half credit for that. I will give you half credit. Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, I know we talked about I think off air, we were talking about people like Nia Jax and Liv Morgan not getting a WrestleMania spot. No Tiffany Stratton, too. That kind of sucks.
Oh, yeah, no. So,
no Tiffany
Tiffany not being... I think Tiffany's going to have a moment.
I wonder how they do that.
I think she'll have... There's no way they don't put her on the show in some way. Like, she's going to do something. I feel like she's going to be... She'll have a segment or something. But I was a little sad by that. But I think I understand it. This was the culture meant more. Like the culture definitely meant more. You have to sacrifice. Her time will come.
So we're not even gonna really, him and haw about this one. Bianca, Jade, Naomi. Is that what you got?
This is the easiest pick.
Again, not disrespecting Damage Control.
This is the one where, like, if you bet $1 on Damage Control and they won, you'll win like $1 billion.
Yeah, again, this is not disrespecting Damage Control, but this is big. This is big, y'all. We don't get this.
Jade. It's Jade's first match. First, besides Rumble, this is her first match, and then Bianca's undefeated at WrestleMania. So, like, all the odds are in their favor. Plus, this is for the culture. That's what I said. You could bet $1 on Damage Control. If they somehow won, you would win $1 billion. Like, because the odds are just so stacked against them. Like, there's just no way. So yeah, I'm going with the Black Girl Magic. I think that, I don't know if that's their official name, but it should be.
That's what we're gonna call them.
That's
I want to see gear. I want to see entrances. Like, I know Bianca Belair is at that sewing machine right now, putting some magic together.
What's funny is, I'm glad you said that. So they did an interview with the Pivot. I don't know if you know.
Man, I saw the preview. I didn't listen to the whole thing yet.
Okay, I watched it last night actually, and she's been working on it for a month. So.
Oh, good. Okay.
So she's ready. I don't know if they are. I don't think they're like matching though. So if you're expecting like a matching thing, because she's been working on this for a month, I don't think they knew the plan for a month. So unless maybe they got with her. But
I mean, there's still time.
It's
together.
It's time. I guess it's time, but I don't see it happening. I'll be honest with you. I don't see them like matching, although it would be great.
Okay, I'm gonna still hold out hope though. I mean, it will. And
they just showed the arena. How they show WrestleMania the layout.
The set.
Yeah, they showed the set. I just watched the video.
Okay, I'll watch that later because I want to see it too. But yeah, Black Girl Magic for the win. Yep. Okay, so this is the one where we have to have a talk. Singles match, Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso.
We have to have a talk about this?
Yes.
Okay.
This is my heart and head moment right here.
Oh wow, this is it? Okay. I don't think this should be it. I think this is pretty easy.
My head's telling me it's gonna be Jimmy. Because I feel like
your head is telling you Jimmy?
Yes. Because I feel like he needs to win more.
That's wild. Okay.
I think we both said it. I feel like Jay's the stronger character.
Explain that to me. Because I'll be honest with you. This might be the easiest after the last match.
I feel like I want Jay to win because I love Jay. Main event Jey Uso. I feel like you keep calling him that. He needs bigger wins, right?
And he needs a big win, so that's why he needs to have it. That's why
I'm picking him, but I'm also unsure because I'm like, if he beats Jay, it's like I feel like Jay really needs that win though. Like I really.
Wait. I'm sorry. Wait, maybe I just misheard you. You said you're picking who?
I'm picking Jay.
Oh, you are picking Jay. Okay.
I am, but
okay, yeah.
Like I said, I'm going with my heart because I do love Jey Uso. I'm looking forward to seeing him do his entrance. I'm looking forward to all of that.
This should be the opener, like I predicted.
This would make more sense. Wasn't Brett and Owen the opener?
Yes, that's why I predicted this. When did I predict this? When did I go back and said Jay and Jimmy opening? Like I called this.
We gotta go back and rewind the tape. I don't remember.
Was it the end of the year at the?
The only thing I remember remotely related to this was when you said they would start the Rumble, but I don't remember you saying them opening Mania together.
Yeah, no, start the Rumbles to start and then open Mania because of the whole Brett Owen.
Nah, we gotta run that back. I remember the Rumble, but either way, it's a good connection. I do think this would be a better opening match than Rhea and Becky. This would really. Yeah, and the throwback, that makes more sense. But like I said, my heart is saying Jay because I want him to win. But then my head is like, doesn't Jimmy need to win more? That's where my conundrum is.
No, I mean, yes, Jimmy needs a win, but he doesn't need this more. Jay needs it more. Because he's main event. So how can you be main event? You can't beat Jimmy. Jimmy hasn't been looked at as a main event person at all.
Exactly.
He's lost like every match. So to have him win to beat Jay, then you're not really helping Jay at all, and you're not helping Jimmy because the only way he's gonna win is probably by cheating. So you're not helping either one.
I don't know. I see it as if the match is good. Like I think Jay does, need a big win to continue being called main event Jay Uso, but I think he's so, and I hate using insider terms, I feel like he's so over though. As long as the match is good, it won't hurt him as much. Whereas if Jimmy loses and the match is good, it's like, what does that do for Jimmy? He's funny, we like him, but he's not where Jay is, That was my.
But I don't think they want to get Jimmy there. I don't think Jimmy cares. I mean, I just feel like Jay is at the main event level, right? Basically, like that's what they're trying to get him there. I should say. Obviously, he's not Cody, not Seth, but to get him there, he's the closest there. He needs a WrestleMania victory. It's not going to jump him there, but it gets him on the path to.
Is Lil Wayne going to be at WrestleMania this year?
Lil Wayne will be at WrestleMania, yes.
Okay. I asked that because I saw him and Jade together, so I'm like...
Yeah, that's when he said he's going to be there. He said,
Man,
I think he's performing his new single or something like that.
Triple H said, I'm going to throw everything out this year. He going to throw everything at us. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, so
this is the Jay victory for me.
Yeah, I mean, love Jay. I'm gonna go with him. I'm still a little iffy though. I'm like, I still feel like Jimmy needs it more, but I'm gonna go with Jay anyway. All right.
So before we go to this next one, do you think it's best we just skip to night 2 and talk about these last 2 at the same time?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. I was gonna say let's do that because I don't want to. I want to talk about it together.
That makes sense. Okay, so let's go with night 2. Let's go ahead and start with the newest match that was announced. It's going to be a 6-man tag team Philadelphia street fight. I love how they just randomly put the city in front of the word street fight. Like it's going to really change anything. I love, I want a Houston street fight. I want a Billings street fight. I want them all.
I guess it's just because, I guess they're gonna bring more ECW into it. That's why. I think that's why. I don't know.
Want a Truth and Consequences Mexico street fight. Give me all of it.
Yeah.
We have the Pride, which is Bobby Lashley, Angelo Dawkins, and Montez Ford with B-Fab. Shout out to B-Fab, man. She just keeps trucking along, boy. And now look at her. She's gonna be the only member who was on Hit Row to be on WrestleMania. Go ahead, B-Fab. Love to see it. Versus the Final Testament, Karrion Kross, AOP with Scarlett and Paul Ellering. I was gonna go with the Pride on this one. I mean, Final Testament may need the win more, I guess, but
yeah,
this is one of those where I'm just like, if I don't get it, it's fine. I'm all right with that.
Yeah, I think my head says Final Testament, but I'll go with the Pride as well, just because of last year Bobby wasn't on.
Yeah,
and because he is an ECW, he's not an original, but he was on ECW, at least the new version.
He was a former ECW champion.
Yeah, maybe he does some ECW things or something. And Montez is gonna have probably the moment of the night as far as crazy or something memorable. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. I'll go Pride on that one as well.
Do you think it's better that Dawkins and Ford were not in the tag team title ladder match and they have this match?
Yeah, no, I think it's better for them than this match. It just makes more sense for them.
Yeah, and it's more of a spotlight on them than being one of 2 of 12 bodies. I thought that was better for them.
Right.
All right, cool. We agree on that. Next up, we have the triple threat match for the WWE United States Champion. We have the champion Logan Paul versus Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. It's KO Mania, I think 8. I love when he does his little shirts. I love those.
His new shirt is funny.
I love it.
That's me. Like he put it. I think it's a picture of him. Well, it's a picture of all three of them, but on his thing, I think he put like an arrow and says, "That's me." It's like it's
I
cool.
love Kevin Owens. I hope he never changes. He's just that's my guy. I love him. All right, so Logan Paul, RKO versus KO. Who you got?
Logan Paul.
Me too. Okay.
Yeah, I got Logan Paul stealing the win somehow.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. Yep. It's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good. But
yeah.
Paul's gonna win it.
It wouldn't surprise me if this steals the show. It wouldn't surprise me.
Okay, so then we have just a singles match, not just the singles match, but LA Knight versus AJ Styles. I'm gonna go LA Knight. He really, really needs this win to keep that momentum. We've been saying it for months. Like he's still hot, but like he hasn't got that big victory. And beating someone of AJ Styles' caliber at a WrestleMania, I don't know if it's going to pay off in a title match anytime soon, but that would be something to hang his hat on.
So this is the first Mania, right? Since his run?
Yes, I believe this is his first WrestleMania.
So yeah, this is we got to go LA Knight with this one. I agree. Should be a good match. Should be a nice physical match. Probably a ref gets knocked out.
Maybe
they bring some weapons into it. I'm actually shocked that this wasn't a street fight, but I'm glad that they didn't go that way. LA Knight beats AJ Styles, and apparently AJ's teasing new music, so that would be cool.
What? No more? We don't want none.
It don't fit his character. I think they're going more of the AJ Styles TNA run, where he was more like this AJ Styles. Actually, I think he was the exact way. So they might bring that music into it. So that's the case. That's pretty cool.
Oh, well, R.I.P. to They Don't Want None. I love that song, but okay. That's fine.
It don't fit his character. It makes sense, though.
I guess. Okay, so coming up next is for the WWE Women's Championship. We have the champion, Io Sky, versus the 2024 Women's Royal Rumble winner, Bayley. Bayley has been petitioning for a long time to prepare more to perform at WrestleMania. I saw that they gave her permission to use the song, but not saying that they would perform. I like Paramore. I would not be.
Was it Haley? Paramore?
Yeah. Paramore.
I don't
know if they're going to do it.
I'm not. What song?
I don't remember the song, but I remember there was like a clip of her saying that I think they give permission to use a song, but I don't think
they did.
They were going to perform, but I just don't remember what song it was. But I guess we'll see.
I did watch the clip. Yeah, I know they said Haley said for sure. I don't know. I mean, I'll tell you this. I'm not sure who's going to win this match.
Really?
I can make a case for both. I think this is another thing where it's probably going to be Bayley. So
I had Bayley. Yeah.
Bayley's probably my pick, but Io. It would kind of make more sense if Io wins, though. Just because they have too many faces on SmackDown. So if you have her win, let's say you have Bayley win, you got Naomi on SmackDown, you got Bianca on SmackDown, you got Jade on SmackDown. They're all faces. Who's the heel? Damage Control. That's it. So unless you're gonna turn, Bianca or somebody heel, then what are you doing?
I mean, unless they have some call-ups to SmackDown.
Oh, I forgot. They also had Tiffany. But
I mean, you could do Tiffany. And
Tiffany,
again, we
maybe.
don't know. The question is, we don't know when the draft is going to be.
Yeah, that's true. I think the draft's going to be pretty soon. I think
it has to be. I think it's been long enough. Like, I think they definitely need to switch some stuff around to reset.
Yeah, because it's not the only problem with that though. There's only one issue with that. They literally just signed Braun and J2 SmackDown. So now if you do a draft, it kind of
That's okay. Just keep them on the same show.
Yeah, I mean, but it's just saying if you're thinking like reality wise, like real shit, why the hell am I on a contract and then I just get drafted to Raw? You know what I mean? Like it's I don't know. If they're just trying to keep the realism in it, it just doesn't
throw that out the window. I'm not even mad about that. Throw it out the window. I think it's time.
I'll go Bailey. But it's just one of those things where it's like I think I probably would prefer EO to get the win.
I'm gonna go Bailey, and this is no disrespect to EO, but I feel like her entire reign was to get to this point because she really hasn't had any feuds outside of Bailey. She's had a couple of matches, but nothing.
It was just Bianca, but they injured Bianca.
Yeah, so it was like it just really didn't. I'm glad that she got a run like this, and I'm glad she's getting this moment in this match. But I feel like going forward, they could probably do a little bit more with Bailey as champion, depending on if they do the draft and they switch things up. I don't think EO's that person, but I think with her being a former champion, you're kind of keeping her in the mix and maybe giving her some other feuds. She could have another title run one day, but I really think that they need to do more with her, just not keep the title on her to do it. But that's just me. I think Bailey's gonna win it.
I agree with that. I'll go Bailey for sure.
Yep. So coming up next, we have the World Heavyweight Championship. Seth freaking Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. CM Punk is going to be on commentary. Let's give Drew McIntyre. Did you see that promo that he did? Where he was in the church doing the funeral thing?
Oh, yeah.
Drew McIntyre is a fucking... He's ridiculous. And I know every time we have a Seth Rollins versus so-and-so for the title, I always pick his opponent, but damn it if I don't want Drew McIntyre to win. But this is low-key probably one of the most interesting, if not the most interesting match on the card, both nights. Because I feel like the one we're going to talk about, the next two, I feel like I know where I'm going with this, but this one is like, there's so many factors to it. You have CM Punk on commentary, right? Drew's been doing amazing work. Seth is in a match the night before. And then with us saying that Judgment Day is not going to win the tag team titles, you have Senior Money in the Bank looming. I feel like this match is probably the one I'm looking forward to the most because there's just so many factors that play into it. I have Drew winning, but I wouldn't be surprised if Damian Priest did something like maybe Punk interferes, costs Drew the match, Seth wins, and Damian comes out or something. Because what I don't want to see though, as much as it would be like a total dick move and a heel thing, I don't want to see Damian try to cash in on Cody if Cody wins. Because I feel like that would do more damage for everybody involved if that was the case. So I think if Damian cashes in, it has to be for the world, the World Heavyweight Championship. I don't want to see it Roman and Cody. Like, if you're going to have Cody finish the story, even though it would be like a total 1000% heel thing, I don't think you just flush 2 years of story away for this. I don't know. I think that would do more harm than good. But what do you think? I have Drew winning, by the way. Yeah.
So I don't know if I said it on this show or I said it outside of the show. I don't remember but I think I said a prediction before of how I would do the Damian Priest thing. I know we talked about it before. I don't remember though where I said my answer, or at least this answer. But I'm gonna stick with what I've been feeling for the longest. So, Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins. Great matchup. Gonna be a great match. Gonna have CM Punk on commentary. And it's like this. Drew McIntyre has been walking around with a shirt that says the savior of WrestleMania. He injured Punk. He cost Punk a WrestleMania match. He's talked about how he's taken his spot. All these things. I think CM Punk gets involved. Costs Drew McIntyre the match. I think Seth Rollins does win. And I think that Punk gets his revenge on Drew, making Drew go enraged and just goes total psychopath mode to build towards the feud with Punk.
Because that's going to be money.
And that's going to be money, like you said. Yeah. But I also think that Damian cashes in at WrestleMania Night 2.
Boy, you don't have to talk nice to me after Damian Priest. If he cashes in, look, we might have to do like a role reversal. I'm going to walk in here like you do. You're not going to be able to say nothing to me.
I just think that's what I do. I know you can wait a little bit. My only thing about it, what really changes my mind, or makes me want to change my mind, I should say, is the main event. Because there's something that happens in the main event, at least that I think is going to happen, that I wonder, will it make sense? But then it determines on when this match happens. So, does this match open the show? If it opens the show and they start off with the banger, Damian catches in, wins the title, then it doesn't affect what I have later on. If it's later in the show, like the match before, then it totally affects it. So I'm going to say Seth Rollins opens the show. I'm going to say CM Punk costs Drew, gets his revenge for costing him WrestleMania. And Seth wins, Damian catches in, we have a new champion. That's what I'm going with. So Seth officially wins the match.
I'm going to keep my Drew prediction just in case, but again, this is one of those choices where if I have to take the L, I'm fine. Because if Senior walks out with the title, you have to talk nice to me. Because
that's the W either way, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to be no good. All right. It's going to be a good match. So I'm looking forward to it. And I'm also looking forward to see what Seth Rollins is going to wear this year. He can't beat the little lace number he did at 38, but I'm looking forward to seeing him try. I didn't really like what he had last year. It was all right. But that little lace number.
I forgot what he had last year, to be honest.
He had like a big pink and red, like it was puffy sleeves. And then he had like the Jeff Jarrett thing going on with the shirt. Like it was.
Oh, yeah. Because last year he fought, that was Logan, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't really like that one too much, but let's see what he does this year. I have faith in him. Okay. Here we go. Ready? We're talking about 2 matches, but I mean, they're essentially revolving around the same people. Going back to night 1, we're going to talk about the Bloodline, which is the Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Seth.
Excuse me.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
No. If you're going to say it, say correctly.
What?
Who are they facing?
Who? The Bloodline?
The Bloodline. Okay, you said they're facing the Bloodline, and then
versus Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins.
Okay, hold on. You said
You
Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins versus the Bloodline.
Oh,
who
God.
are the Bloodline?
Just go ahead and do it. You do it.
No, you gotta correct yourself.
What?
Who is in the Bloodline? Who is the two people in this match?
I said The Rock and Roman Reigns.
Say their names correctly.
The Rock and the final boss, The Rock and the reigning, defending, undisputed.
You don't have to say all that. Just say the tribal chief.
Oh, whatever. That's why I told you to do it. That's your thing.
The final boss and the tribal chief.
They're not paying me enough to do this. Let's move on, okay? You know who they are. I know who they are. We have 2 matches.
We will not have any slander.
There is no slander.
You call them by their names, their rightful names.
Let's move on.
Continue.
The tag team match from night 1 that has implications for night 2. If Cody and Seth win, all members of the Bloodline will be barred from ringside during Cody's match versus the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, on night 2. But if the final boss and the tribal chief win, then the championship match will be held under Bloodline rules.
Was that
happy?
Did
I do good? Did I do good? Okay. All right. Okay. Well, sir, I'd let you go first. Go ahead.
I mean, is this really a question? This actually, I changed my mind. This is probably the easiest two matches to predict. But I'll start with the first match. The final boss is gonna just smack the hell out of both of them, and we're gonna take their blood. We're gonna put it on every belt in the whole arena, stadium, whatever you want to call it, and we're gonna present all 86,752 people's belts to Mama Rhodes with blood all over them.
Y'all need to leave Mama Rose and Pharaoh the dog alone. I'm about tired of y'all bringing them into this.
Cause I'm getting tired of this. Pharaoh's what? He's a white dog, right? He's gonna be in red tomorrow.
Look, we're not gonna slander the dog, okay? We don't do that around here, okay? I won't even watch I Am Legend again. I don't do foolishness, no.
And Brandy keep talking on Twitter. Those little Twitter fingers.
I saw that. She's like, happy Easter to everybody.
The final boss too. Don't make me get Mama Rock on there. Mama Rock beat ass. She don't play.
Okay, sir. Let's bring it down a notch.
Brandy want to talk? We get Naomi on her. We'll get
she
Nia on her.
Let
Brandy say something. We get Nia right now. Snapping the fingers. That's Bloodline.
She did say it's fight night and whatnot. So
and what's their kid name? Their daughter name?
No, Liberty. She's very cute.
Liberty wants some. Ava, kick ass. Or the twin, or the Rock's babies, kick ass.
Leave the babies out of this. Let's get back on topic here.
Bloodline. The disrespect that's happening to my tribal chief and the final boss.
So we both agree that the Bloodline will win on night 1, right?
Oh, it's not that's what I have. They're gonna destroy them, smash them.
You talked all that shit, but night 2, who do you have winning for the undisputed WWE Universal Champion? Who do you have winning? Yes.
Is that yo? You serious?
Yes.
So all right. So. All right. Who do I have winning night 2? I'm sorry, night 2.
That is the question.
So, all right. So I was gonna come up here and talk about how this is just another chapter in the greatest story ever told in the history of professional wrestling. You know, the introduction of Cody Rhodes into this fantastic bloodline story. The Cody Rhodes, the man who left WWE over 8 years ago. He went on to help create a successful alternative option in professional wrestling. You know, establishing and putting all elite wrestling on the map. You know, and then leaving the said company and returning home to the WWE, going from the undesirable to now undeniable, right? Cody Rhodes, one can argue, has the singular greatest story in the career of professional wrestling. Truly remarkable what he's done. I mean, this man has been on the journey for the past 2 years to try and finish the story. A story that was first started by his father, the legendary WWE Hall of Famer, the son of a plumber, Dusty Rhodes.
I don't like where this is going. I don't like where this is going.
To win the title his daddy has never won. It's a fairy tale story I love so much.
You're doing too much recap for me to believe what you're about to say.
It's crazy. You know, a couple weeks ago, Cody, he got demolished. He got demolished by the final boss. It was really sad, to be honest with you.
What?
Out in the rain. It was just a beautiful scene, but it was just the rain. It was right outside of the bus where little Pharaoh and little Liberty were watching through a window. Brandy was probably crying in the bathroom.
Let me just interject in saying that I do not agree with the views and statements made by Fino in this portion of our show.
I'm just saying, like, it was sad, and then, you know, Cody was bleeding. Like, this shit, it was sad. It really was. And then the final boss had the audacity to take his blood and put it on the belt that said Mama Rhodes on it. Oh, man.
Who's going to win the match, Buster?
This is crazy. But the only problem is he's facing the greatest champion of the modern day era. The conqueror of conquerors, the beast slayer, the big dog, the twin maker, the owner of the yard, the wrecker and leaver, the smasher, the game changer, the needle mover. The man that's in God mode himself. They acknowledge the head of the table, the goat of all goats. The tribal chief, the reigning, defending, undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion, Roman Reigns. That is the
How do you remember all of that? How do you remember all of that? That's incredible.
That it's impossible. How can you face that? In Bloodline rules? You think Cody has a chance?
So you're picking Roman Reigns to win?
You think Cody has a chance against Roman Reigns with all that? The final boss. You got Solo Sikoa. You got Jimmy Uso. You got Zilla Fatu. Jacob Fatu all showing up.
Who said that?
Bloodline. You got Nia waiting in the Raptors for Brandy to jump out the
Look. We're not going to have Samoans falling all up and through this place, okay?
You got Rikishi
on
deck. You got Sika, Alpha, right there. If anyone dares walk out. And you think Cody got a chance against the Bloodline? What?
I want you to take this clip
hold on.
Post it to our social media.
I'm not done.
I want you to do this.
I'm not done. You think he has a chance?
Yes.
You want to know who my prediction is? What my prediction is, Sasha?
While I'm young, yes.
My prediction is that Cody finishes the story.
You
And this is how it happens. There's a famous movie. In fact, I mean, this is probably the most. It might be predictable, but
it fits this story so well, and thank God this was a great movie. But there's a Marvel movie called Avengers Endgame.
Oh goodness.
And in Endgame, there's a beautiful scene at the end where everything seems lost. Cap is all fucked up and bleeding, and it just seems that it's over when you see the overwhelming army that's in the ring. And then you hear something in the background that says, Cap, are you there? Cap doesn't know. Like, he's like, what? He's not sure. He's confused. And then you hear on your left. And then on your left, you see the returning Avengers heroes come out. It's very fitting because I've heard this. This is the story that I think I said this before to friends of mine. I don't know if I said it on air, how I would do this. I would bring the Avengers theme into this because it just fits so well. I want every mother Canucker that the Bloodline has ever fucked with to come back and save and help Cody.
You know what to say. That's gonna be a lot of people over 3 years.
He's gonna be out, and he's gonna be down and out. You're gonna see the whole family of the Bloodline in the ring, and then all of a sudden you hear, "Burn it down." Then you're gonna hear, "Whoa, oh, Sami Zayn come out. I hear voices in my head." You hear Randy come out. LA Knight comes out. You're gonna hear Kevin Owens comes out. Rafa John Cena comes out. Like, these are all these people over the last 4 years. Jey Uso comes out. They all come out. And there's a big brawl. And they take out the Bloodline. They all go to the back, fighting out, and it's just two people. It's just Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. And Cody, although it's very sad for me to say, but Cody Rhodes finishes his story. Oh, but I forgot one thing. There's one name I didn't mention that comes out.
I was waiting for this.
The one person that comes out to help Cody. Because every team needs a leader. It's going to be Dustin Rhodes. Dustin Rhodes comes to help finish the story. And I know that's wild. But it's for the culture. It's for the history. It's for the business. Tony makes the right call. I'll say that. WrestleMania 40 ends with Cody finishing the story.
I'm not sure how you expect me to follow that. I had Cody winning too. The end. Yeah. Overall, we've pretty much agreed on
every pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've agreed on everything. And the
That's
thing
really
is,
rare for us. At least one.
Yeah, no, it's and I want people to understand, like, well, two things I want them to understand. First, about our picks, like, yeah. Well, it's the show. It's not that the show is predictable. It's really not. There's a lot of things that can happen. I mean, even the main event, honestly. We don't really. The only main, like, the first one we've kind of probably already know, but that second night, like, honestly, I can think about either way. I can tell you why Roman should win. I can tell you why Cody should win. You know, when The Rock came back and, you know, stole and I put quotes around that. The main event from Cody, the fans backlashed about that. You know, we want Cody movement became real. The Cody crybabies came out, and it's kind of fitting because 10 years ago the same thing happened. The Yes movement was created 10 years ago. Daniel Bryan is not Daniel Bryan today, or Bryan Danielson today. The same one. If that didn't happen, 10 years later, we get the Cody movement. And I just feel like, you know, it's necessary to build for the future. If Roman's going to be stepping away, you know, I think he mentioned in the doc that we talked about earlier, like if he loses, he's done. Like he retires, right? Or he feels like he's done. I don't think he's done. But we know he's not going to be around. We know Rock is still part-time. Cody is the guy right now. He is your John Cena. He just signed a deal with WWE. You know, I think he's 38 right now, 39?
He's 38, yeah.
38. He said he signed a deal beyond 40, which means he signed at least a 3 to 5 year deal. If he's the face of your company for the next 3 to 5 years, he's got to win.
He better win.
I don't think the better win. I disagree with that because, like I said, I can make a perfect case that I think everyone, you may not like it, but you'll be like, you know what though? I could see, like, I can understand them picking Roman.
I don't. I look, you know me. I like to be level-headed, think these things through. I'm with you on that. But I feel like this, man, I just feel like if Cody doesn't win, like, I know they make fun of the Cody crybabies, but this has been 2 years. Like, I think it was fine the first year because we sat here about this time last year and we said we understood and it was fine and it worked. I don't think you can do this. This is not a SummerSlam thing. This is not like a Saudi thing. This is not like this is a WrestleMania thing. And if Cody does not win, I'm okay with all the stuff you said. I'm okay with Samoans just dropping from the ceiling. I'm fine with that. But I strongly do feel like this has to end with Cody winning because it's like, where do you go from that? Because are they going to, if he doesn't win, are people going to hang on for the third chance? You've already, in this time period that we're in, they've already done a pretty miraculous thing. They have extended this for 2 years, 2 Royal Rumbles he's had to go through. And I'm not even mad that he won, you know? This has been great. The wrinkles, the pivots, this has been something long term. It's been keeping everybody engrossed. I think you're asking a little too much if he does not win. Because at that point, it's like, what else can you throw at this? You've got The Rock. You've got the Bloodline United. You have him and Seth, who pretty much were out for each other's blood in 2022, right? You have just these beatings. You have people getting slapped. People talking about people's dogs and families and deceased parents and parents who are alive. The Rock singing Moana songs. Like, what else can you throw at this to make us extend past this? Like, what else can you do?
I would encourage you to listen to a video. One show that I listened to, well, it's 2 shows I listened to. Not Sam Wrestling. You know, Sam that's always on the bump.
Yes, I'm familiar. Yep.
And then Busted Open Radio with Dave LaGreca, the guy that was in the pink robe that The Rock
I know, yeah. I
Started
know.
the Cody Crybaby.
Him and Bubba Ray do the show, right? Yep.
Yeah, with
And
Mark
Mark Henry.
and all.
Yep.
Yeah. I encourage you to watch the video where it's called Not Sam Wrestling versus Busted Open, where it's just Sam and Dave LaGreca talking. It's a 22-minute video, 22 minutes and 46 seconds. And they talk about this topic. Should Cody beat Roman Reigns? And it's so damn interesting. The point that they make where for Roman, which is crazy because obviously Dave LaGreca is a big Cody fan.
Yes.
But for him to understand it and be like, you know what though? That makes sense too. It's a pretty damn good idea.
Okay, I will listen to that, but
I would tell you
Cody doesn't win, then who beats Roman?
And before you tell me,
but how though? Like when? Next year?
It doesn't have to be at Mania. I think that the thing about it is like I think Cody should win. Like if it was me, I'd book Cody to win. And I'm not doing that based off my pick. I'm just saying if it was me, I would pick Cody to win this one to avoid anything. Because it's the story that the fans want. I'm going back to 10 years ago. That's why I brought that up. But the reasons for Roman to win it, I guess the best way to simplify it, I'd still encourage you to watch it, but one of the points they made, which is the point I do agree with the most. When did WrestleMania start? 40 years ago, right?
85.
Who has the 2 longest title reigns in history?
Roman Reigns and wait a minute.
In
modern history or just all time? What are we
all
talking
time
about
history, all time.
Isn't it him and
So no,
San Martino? No,
it's Bruno,
yeah,
Bob Backlund, and Hogan.
Right, and then because Roman's 4th, right?
Right, Roman's 4th.
Okay, Roman's 4th. Gotcha. Okay,
Only
the first one was Bruno.
Only 2 of those runs happened during the WrestleMania era. So the crazy thing about it, so this is where I would compare it to the Oakland Raiders. No, I'm sorry, not Oakland. I'm sorry, the Cleveland Browns.
Okie dokie.
You know how familiar you are with football in their history? Are you familiar with football?
I had a child. I have 3 children by a football player. Yes.
Okay.
All the time. Everything is a football analogy in this house. Yes.
Okay. So you know how the Cleveland Browns they get shitted on?
Yes.
All the time.
See.
Do you know they've never won a Super Bowl?
Yes.
But you know that they used to dominate the championship game, win championships prior to the Super Bowl?
No. I did not know that.
They've won championships. They just never won a Super Bowl.
Mm.
So what does that mean? That means that people only remember the Super Bowl because that's the thing. That's the thing. That's what it is now. The Super Bowl is the championship. Like that is the thing people remember.
Correct.
It's the same thing with WrestleMania. All those wins that Bob Backlund and Bruno, that happened prior to WrestleMania being a thing.
Right.
So people, even though, yes, it's in the record books, no one really cares about that because they really only remember the WrestleMania era.
See.
And Hogan's reign happened in the WrestleMania era. So technically, when they say the greatest champion, they say the modern era. But the modern era is really the era that really matters the most. Because no one says, when they say the GOAT, who says Bruno Sammartino and Bob Backlund? No, they say Hogan. They say Stone Cold. They say Rock, Bret. So you see what I'm saying? They say the WrestleMania era, guys. So if Roman passes Hogan, what does that mean? That means he is the GOAT in many people's eyes because of the modern era. He would be the greatest champion. And that would fit his character so much that if anyone was to beat him, it doesn't matter about the past. Because he is the greatest living thing to ever live for the era that we care about the most. It's not just today's era, it's the modern era, the 40 years of WrestleMania, that's what they look at. When they do 2K24, they don't have the whole history of professional wrestling. They do the 40 years of wrestling, the 40 years of WrestleMania. You see what I mean? And that's how you erase the Cody Rhodes losing twice, because if Cody was to beat Roman after he gains that record, it doesn't completely destroy it. But if there's anyone who can survive losing twice to Roman Reigns and then beating him the third time, it's Cody Rhodes. Because Cody Rhodes is probably the biggest face that we've had in the company since in the video they mentioned Hogan, since Hogan. I can understand that. I would throw Stone Cold in there as well. But like a pure, everything he does is straight pure baby face. It's since Hogan. That's what Cody is. So if there's anyone that can survive that and still be a top guy, it's Cody losing at Mania this year. Cody's the only one that could do this. Anyone else losing, your argument's valid. But Cody could survive. And if anything, you can argue he can get better.
I will respectfully have to disagree. I respect what you said. And I get it. Especially this era where it's like a lot of records and, people, they're really focused on that. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just feel like he has to do it. And I feel like Roman's broken a lot of records. I get it. I respect your argument. It's 2 years, man. You were already walking on thin ice doing it last year. You made it work another year. Bigger picture. Think about it, like you said, 10 years ago when they did Daniel Bryan, when he won at SummerSlam. And he beat John Cena, right? And then Randy came in and cashed in on him, right?
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't in the Rumble. What was it? 14? He wasn't in the Rumble.
2014.
No, it was 13. 13 or 14. He wasn't in the Rumble.
No, it was
13. He wasn't in the Rumble. And then he
no,
got in the Which one was he not in the Rumble? 14. He wasn't in the Rumble. 15. He wasn't. And he got eliminated.
15 is when Roman. Wait, 15 Roman won.
Right, but he was in the Rumble that year, but then he got eliminated.
Early, yeah. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay.
Yeah, so 15 Roman won, so it was 14 that he got eliminated early. 13 he wasn't in the Rumble. That's what it was.
Okay, so with that being said, you had 2 years. He wasn't in one. He got eliminated early. He won at SummerSlam. Got cashed in on. The people were behind him. The momentum. Think about how different this would have been. And I understand we're not in the Rome. We weren't in the Roman era. We didn't have what we have with Roman. I get it. He's special, generational talent. I get it. But if you're on the precipice of saying you put this man on your video game, he goes to everything. He's literally on everything.
Right. Yeah.
This man's about to be at somebody's wedding. He did a gender reveal. Like, this is a company guy.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Roman. But think about it. 10 years ago, Daniel Bryan had all this momentum going in, right?
Yeah.
How much would that have hurt if he didn't win? Like I said, I get it. The champion, no disrespect to Randy, Randy wasn't on Roman. Well, we got Roman now. I get that. But when you have something like this, I get Roman is important, but going forward, is Roman... Because what else do you throw? I get that you're like, if anybody can handle that. I agree to some extent that maybe Cody could do better than I would say a lot of other people by losing to Roman again. He can maybe get it back, but I just can't wrap my head around you doing this twice.
Yeah, no,
I just can't. Like, I respect it. I get Dave LaGreca. I get Sam. I get you. But, like, I just cannot wrap my head. And it wouldn't be so much the crybaby, complaints. It would just be like, man, what else can you throw with this? To explain why you wouldn't have him win.
Yeah, no, I get that. And that's why why I'm saying, like, I understand. That's why my pick is Cody.
Right.
And that's why I'm saying, too, I preface my comments by saying, like, if it was me, I'd pick Cody.
Right.
I'd go with Cody. But I'm just saying I can understand the other way.
Yeah.
And I would just say this as well. Like, when it comes to Cody finishing the story, you mentioned basically he's basically the John Cena, the face, right? I think it's just, you do put him on the video games, you do put him on everything. Like, he is the guy. You do that for a reason. I brought up before off air how they don't put non-champions on their video game cover.
Mm-hmm.
Cody's not a champion yet. And like, there's reasons for there's levels to this. It makes more sense for Cody to win it. Because with Roman not there, with Rock, being part-time, and one thing Rock does, if you know The Rock, go back to his history. What does The Rock do? The Rock puts people over. Mm-hmm. And The Rock knows business. With The Rock being on the board, he knows you gotta have someone carrying the company. You gotta have that. That's gonna make you your money. The person's gonna make you that money is Cody Rhodes. He's top 2 in merch sales. I don't think he's number 1. I think Roman's still number 1. But Cody is that guy. When Roman's not there, it should be Cody. That's just what it should be. So at the end of the day, it's Cody. I feel like he has to finish the story. I think he should finish the story. But if it doesn't happen,
you can understand why.
I can totally understand why. Yep. I can definitely understand. And you just got to remember, next year, I said this, Roman and Rock is happening next year. I don't think he needs the title. But, hey, you want to upgrade. You want to get people watching. And when I say people, I'm not talking about wrestling fans. All these non-wrestling fans, I mean. You want to get them watching? Rock Roman with the title on the line? That's going to get them there. And it's Netflix too. So, just saying. I don't know where it airs on. I don't know if it's on Peacock. Did we ever find that out? Who's showing the pay-per-views?
No, we didn't. We need to get on that.
Yeah, because I kind of need to know. But yeah, other than that, I think this is going to be a great WrestleMania. I think this is going to be filled with excellent matches all up and down the card. I don't really see a match on the card that I don't want to see. Or not that I don't want to see, that I think is a downer or anything. There's no fill-in matches to me. I think just every match is good.
Even if the story doesn't... Like, for instance, like with Dom and Ray, even if nothing like huge happens, it still has ramifications later on that could be something
Exactly. Yeah.
good. So
I think this was just excellent, to be honest with you. Like, I think this was overall the build to WrestleMania 40 has been great. I think that the end of WrestleMania 40 is going to be a very memorable one. It's going to be one of the biggest moments in WrestleMania history, but also in professional wrestling history. This is something that's must watch. And I'm not talking about just The Miz. So, yeah, I just think every single moment is going to be great. This card is filled with great matches, great potential, great moments. I already know that Tez is going to do something crazy. I already know Gunther and Sammy going to kill it. I know Jay and Jimmy gonna be emotional. I know The Rock is gonna put boots to asses. I just, it's gonna be so much craziness. It's gonna be so unexpected. Everything's gonna happen, even though our predictions were all the same pretty much. I think we picked everything besides I think our tag team match was the only thing where we were a little off. But we pretty much had the same premise. We picked the same 3 teams basically. It was all good. I loved it all. So yeah, I think this is gonna be great.
So do I. I like the excitement hasn't hit me yet because I think I've been so busy with other things. But like tomorrow's Friday, and I feel like tomorrow's gonna really hit me. Like, okay, Hall of Fame. Like, we're really doing this now. Like, we're marching forward. But I've already let everybody in my house know. Like, kids is going to bed early. No one speak to me. I will be hunkered down. I'm not looking at my phone. Don't text me. I want to take it in. Okay, I need to take it in. It's going down. This is literally my favorite weekend of the year. Like, leave me alone. And Triple H is at the helm. You know, we did it, Joe. Like, this is really him. So,
and we got more stuff in the morning because you got some interviews. You got the Pat McAfee show. There's gonna be Triple H is gonna be up there.
Oh Lord.
There's gonna be some other people on that show too. So it really starts early tomorrow. And then we got SmackDown, the Andre Memorial Battle Royal.
Oh, they announced that?
Yeah, that's tomorrow.
Okay.
On SmackDown. Then we got Hall of Fame right after. And then, the next day, Stand and Deliver, night 1, and then we got night 2. So, this is going to be an excellent weekend. Banger after banger after banger. Shout out to Sheamus. Hope to see you on Monday. I can't wait. I really can't wait. I guess, before, we totally head out of here, because this is our longest episode we've ever had, people. This is crazy. But it's WrestleMania, so it's well deserved. I do want to ask Sasha, if you had to pick one thing, what is the one thing you're the most excited for this meeting?
The one thing or the one match?
One thing. It could be a moment. It could be a person coming out, an entrance. It could be anything. What's the one thing you're probably looking forward to?
Why do you hit me with these one thing questions? You know I hate it.
You should already know this. You should know that. Like, what's the one match or what's this one thing that you're the most excited for?
I'm just gonna. I guess I'll pick just seeing Jade, Naomi, and Bianca together.
Okay.
I wouldn't. That wasn't initially my answer, but in the grand scheme of things, it's like that just goes back to something that I just didn't think we'd see.
Gotcha.
I know I laid out Seth and Drew and all the factors. That's probably the match I'm looking forward to the most, but I could see any one of those things happening. Like, that's fine. And Cody winning, I can see that happening. But having those 3 women because Naomi wasn't even in the company, a couple months ago.
Right.
Jade signed just a couple months ago, but we weren't really sure where she was coming in. And, Bianca not having a singles match, like this is like the latest that she's ever been added to the card. And then to see that image of them standing there and all them pointing to it, it's like, well, damn, we're really doing this. Like, these are 3 established Black women in wrestling going to do it. And it's like, that's, for what it represents, it's pretty huge. So I'll go with that.
For me, it's gonna be the final version of the Rock's entrance. Because as you know, like each week they've added something new, added another layer, another thing. I think night 1 we get like the final version of it. So I think that's what I'm looking forward to the most, for sure. But yeah, other than that, guys, like, this is gonna be great. We did it was a long episode. Damn. So this episode is gonna be dropping right. The plan right now is to have this episode out at noon tomorrow, right before all the shenanigans happen. I'm gonna put the episode into 2 parts, so you can listen to it separately. It'd just be a lot easier too. Also got just breaking news too. So as I mentioned on the last episode, I'm starting like a kind of like a spin-off for the Ring Champs podcast. Ring Champs Playback Player. The official date is going to be on Monday. This upcoming Monday, 7:00 p.m. Every Monday at 7:00 prior to Monday Night Raw. You'll see a new episode exclusively on YouTube. Ring Champs Playback Player, where I'll be watching me or sometimes Sasha as well, or some guests and everything. We'll be watching a random main event of Monday Night Raw and just critiquing it, giving some reviews, laughing, joking about it, just having fun watching it. So it's going to be probably like depending on the match, but probably be like 15 to 30 minutes long each episode. Like I said, it'll be exclusively on YouTube, so please check that out. Just record the intro for it and worked on that this morning. I'm kind of excited for it. I'm excited for what I did for it, and hopefully I'll get that everything recorded and everything up to date, edited and good and have it released on Monday. So the Monday night after WrestleMania will be the introduction of Playback Player. So can't wait for that. Other than that, Sasha, do we have any last words?
Happy WrestleMania weekend, guys. This is the best time. Enjoy it. Happy WrestleMania to all those who celebrate. And I assume because you listen to us that you celebrated too.
Yep. I hope you guys enjoy it as well. It's gonna be a great weekend. I can't fucking wait, bro. Oh my god, WrestleMania 40. Wow. Whew. All right, guys, we're gonna head out of here on that one. Hope you guys enjoy it and just have fun, man. Have fun with watching this with whoever you watch it with. If it's by yourself, enjoy it anyway. It's gonna be a fun weekend for sure. So this is episode 25 of the Ring Champs podcast. I'm Fino, she's Sasha, and we out of here. Peace.
Adios.
Yeet.